least about the stupid Beat Knights pun we just did. Just because he'd appreciate that.
I am on a toll road on the Indiana. I'm on the Indiana toll road, moving 74 miles an hour, and I wanted to stick my head out the window and scream.
Daniel.
Yes.
There is a dragonborn male chasing after a dragonborn female through the forest.
Sounds
the
romantic.
Beat Knight senses... No, not like that.
Oh.
Aggressively.
Oh. Well, I mean, it could be.
There's blood involved, and no, it looks abusive.
Okay. There we go.
The Beat Knight senses distress and basically utters out, "This is a sacred grotto. Turn back or be calm. Violence will not be permitted." And this stubborn male dragonborn, who is apparently some sort of abuser, is like, "I don't have time for this. Screw you." He continues, and the Beat Knight's like, "Well, you need to chill out, or you will be pacified." It's like, whatever. Some sort of omnipotent voice. And he continues on the way. Beat Knight pretty much just says, "Fine. Since you have failed to comply, let me introduce you to my favorite season." He rips his hands up from the ground, grabs his ankles, and trips the guy. Fall!
Well played.
Screaming. Mentally screaming.
I love it.
Okay. Let's get back to the task at hand. Something just materialized, and Euceline's here.
Right.
Let's get back to it. Let me know when you're good, and I'll continue.
Continue away.
There are several questions that get thrown at this large distortion of this table. Glosson has just put in his 2 cents. A few faces look over, but they don't seem any more shocked than they currently are. I don't want anyone to make this more difficult than it needs to be. Euceline's voice resonates throughout everyone's minds, no doubt. You can draw your weapons all you'd like, as now you are more acutely aware people have been drawing weapons or preparing something, not knowing what this thing is, in a kind of panic reaction.
As one does.
True. Glosson will clear so. No weaponry isn't necessary. However, you could have gone about this in maybe just a slightly nicer way.
Oh, I'm doing this the most polite way I can. Politely letting everyone know I do not like this, and I'm rectifying it. All will continue as per normal. Have a good day. As you see a flash of light, just a moment, like a flickering of a light switch. The table's back to normal. Everyone looks around. Everyone seems confused. Vivian stands back up slowly, catching her breath. I apologize for that. What was I saying? She looks through her papers. As you guys let the moment fill out, you don't know specifically why. Well, you probably do, but everyone seems confused in not the right way. People are concerned about Vivian's choice. About Biama's group. No one's mentioning her previous choice about sending 2 branches out. Vivian says, "Okay. Right. As I was saying," she picks up her piece of paper, "the Citadel of Sanga Adventurers Guild will be sent off to follow in the footsteps of Biama's group. That is final."
Wait, what?
Some people protest. Paladins protest. You think Euceline may have just wiped some memories or edited something right there. But you guys are fully aware of what just happened.
Just imagine Glosson just... I'm sorry, go ahead.
To steal your phrase, Lady Coco, I am shooketh.
Oh, well, use it as you please. I just imagine Glosson sitting there, like, tapping his finger on the arm of the chair, just or the bench or whatever, and he's just like, I'm gonna give that individual a stern talking to later. Tap, 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 tap. He is unamused.
I believe we all
There is plenty of protest, but it's manageable.
Yeah.
As the paladins do, just like before, groan at the obvious displeasure of knowing Vivian right now. Basically announce, alright, the Citadel Senga branch, please stay behind for briefing. Everyone else is dismissed. Thank you. As it takes no time in realizing now that somehow Euceline has wiped the idea of sending the Stillwater branch out from everyone and that interaction. So you don't believe anyone else remembers Euceline just made an appearance, so to speak. The meeting is adjourned.
Oh, I'm sorry. So everybody except for us have forgotten that he even appeared?
Yes.
Well, no, the table manipulated, like, in physicality, like he does with, as he manipulates the mirrors, it was like that, but in 3D.
Well, yeah.
Table.
That I could figure out, but did he so for anybody who didn't know they already, he just erased that he themselves even appearing? Like, nobody
Correct.
remembers that?
No one's bringing that up. You believe that is what happened.
Well, slap my rear... Okay, anyway.
Slap me thrice and hand me to me, Momo.
Thank you. Yes, that.
I will not slap your ear. That is not a thing I want to do.
That is not any of our jobs, except for...
No. Don't go there.
But we all know now.
Yeah.
So I didn't even need to finish that sentence. Thank you for your reaction.
I'm just saying don't go there.
I'm not.
I'm sorry for being awkward, because that was not the phrase I wanted to phrase. What he said was a lot nicer than the way I phrased it.
The meeting is adjourned. Everyone starts filing out. Malloy is one of the first. He did not want to do this. People are slowly filtering out. Everyone from the Citadel of Sango's group stays behind. Hokluk Kerr, the kobold, has turned around and is speaking desperately to everybody in her little branch who are trying to protest.
Is
As you
Vivian
guys
still there?
filter... 1 second, yes. Everyone filters out of the little theater and are trying to walk out. Vivian very quickly leaves. She walks around the table. She's walking out into the common atrium, not out through one of her portals. You guys can either go back to the tower or whatever you'd like. At this point, Vivian is talking with other people. It seems like she's busy. Candela, the piece of paper, the black parchment, does resonate again in your pocket.
I open it up.
Don't try anything. Come back here.
Another big check mark.
Mm-hmm. You think by here, you think Sabak's referencing, don't try anything, come back to the tower.
Yep.
Okay, what do you guys say? How do you react? Etc., etc.?
Well, that depends. Does Candela relay this information?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
That's good. That'll stop anybody from trying to talk to her anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, does Glosson still have the pocket mirror on him? I don't think I ever put that away anywhere. I think he still has it.
Oh, I'm sure if you'd like to, absolutely.
He's gonna open it up. I don't know if you can hear me, but really, that dramatic? He's speaking to the mirror.
You don't get a response, but you're positive it heard you.
Cheeky twat. He'll close the mirror and stick it in his pocket.
I'm glad I put that rating up there.
Twat?
Cheeky twat. That's it. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
steal that
God.
one too.
Sorry, it's an insult. I know it works with a British accent, so I'm just like,
It does. It does.
if that was
It
too
does.
much, I thoroughly apologize to anyone I may have offended.
What you got? A cheerfully delightful voice chimes out from behind you as Milena looks over your shoulder.
Nothing of fancy, just a mirror. He says, patting his pocket.
Nice. Glad to see somebody else likes to take some pride in how they look. She kind of pomps her little hair a little bit, being silly.
He gives a nod. Well, if no one else is gonna make me look good. And then he kind of he stifles a snicker.
Mad respect to you. As you guys kind of get some small chit chat to these 3 new members who are going to be joining the tower.
Chewing the fat, if you will.
So, are you guys heading back to the tower, I assume?
I would.
This might be a little bit late, but I actually don't know what that black parchment is from.
Sabrak has one black parchment. It is the same parchment that was written on constantly in the bag, in Ardwin's bag, when you handed over one of the pieces of the thought.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a two-way communication, but it's only it's a special item Sabrak has only.
Okay.
It's like a written sending stone, I guess.
Okay. I understand. It's
all
like
right.
the journal from Harry Potter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good way to think of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless anyone else protests, back to the tower.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not a bedroom, not a kitchen. Okay. So, the common room happens. You guys walk through. Everybody comes through, and essentially everyone immediately starts filing out. Malloy goes with the 3 new people and heads them back down to the lobby, tries to get their paperwork all settled. He makes some sort of comment as they're walking off. You hear along the lines of, "Oh, you are going to love," he phrases sarcastically, "you are going to love Heinrich." As you realize they also need to do paperwork.
Oh, no.
So they go off. Yeah, I think everyone kind of wishes them luck. They go off, and the 4 of you are about the last 4 that come back through Dorman. Back into the common room, and you realize as you come through, Sabrak is standing just inside around the corner.
There he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As soon as the last one of you walks through, he quickly shuts Dorman and steps in front of the door. He nods to you guys.
And Glosson will very quickly step forward. Alright, so where were you? He's being a little more direct to his manager than what he normally would be, but
Oh, that's valid.
You're never direct with Sabrak.
that changes today!
I was trying to check something, and I think I have a theory. Hold tight, he says as he steps again to the side, out of the line of doormen, as if almost on cue. Doorman unlocks and opens. Steps through.
Oh boy.
She steps a few steps in before she even notices you. Doorman shuts behind, and Sabrak, again, quickly behind her, steps in front of Doorman, and you hear it lock behind him.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
That beautiful silence before you know things are about to throw down.
It's like, I can feel it calling in the air tonight.
Yeah.
It's at this point you realize what Sabrak was doing without having to say anything. Why would Vivian be at the tower? Why would she come back here specifically after the meeting? She did that before. She ripped down a poster of Isaiah's, and she left. Anyone could have done that.
Mhm.
She has no reason to specifically come here first, and you think Sabrak was planning on that. And from his movements, you think he is just barricaded himself in front of Doorman to make sure she does not leave without having a word or something of the line. Tenseness rises. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yep.
Guys, I don't think that's mom. Oh, by the way, this is where the mom and dad thing came. Yeah, okay. You guys get it now.
So at this, Vivian does realize you guys kind of hear in the common room. Hello? She kind of half nods. She kind of looks betwixt you guys, expecting you to say something, maybe? Can I help you? She kind of throws up a little bit of a hand like, yeah?
Question.
I think everyone's waiting for Sabrak to do something.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
right. First of all, right. Second of all, is Mandela outside of her amulet or inside her amulet?
She can be inside if you'd rather her be.
It's like, you might want to be in your room for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, honestly, you don't think Vivian has noticed Sabrak. He was hiding right beside the door, and he's just kind of put himself there.
Oh my god, it's like the horror movies where the killer's like, dun dun, just like walks behind the person, they turn around, they're gone. I love it. But yeah, no, Glosson says nothing.
Well, she kind of says, what are you staring at me for? You obviously want something. You got things to do? Go. She kind of waves a annoyed hand. Starts looking betwixt the four of you like, well?
Glutton, ask about the whole kingdom thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, about the what?
About the Drow kingdoms and all of that, and because that's a development. Awkward.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that is a thing.
Yeah, development indeed, yeah.
Well, we thought Sabrak had a plan, and apparently that plan is taking a while, so...
Or either he's possibly waiting for her to turn back around.
So, do we say something or do we wait for her to turn around? I would say something, but I don't know what to do.
Alrighty, so with you guys just kind of standing there, mentally screaming at each other, what do we do?
Sounds fair.
Vivian will scoff and just give you guys this weirdest annoyed look like, whatever. And she'll turn around and then notice Sebek right in front of the door. Oh. Sabrak just looks at her. Come on. Tell me. Just talk with me. There's this... You can't see because she's facing away from you guys, but you could tell by the slight scrunching of her scarred side of her face, she made some sort of weird face.
I want to stealthily cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh, sure, absolutely. You immediately get back the line, okay, let's see what he's gonna tell me. Maybe I'll figure it out. Vivian says, tell you what. Sabrak says, just talk with me. Tell me what's going on. Vivian says, I'm sorry, Sabrak. This is on a need-to-know basis, and you're not in the need to know. I can't tell you anything. Sabrak's face almost goes a little bit softer in expression. He says, but we don't talk. Did I do something wrong? You aren't acting like yourself, Vivian. And I have plenty of suspicion that you're not you.
I'm going to pull a bit of a cheat code here, and I'm going to bounce the Detect Thoughts between various people so that I can keep bouncing it back to Vivian so she can't detect what I'm doing. So, pardon me if I bounce it between Vivian and Glosson, because Glosson's the only person that I know well enough to do this with.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so you do that. What is you thinking right now?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm not taking a deep breath of you. This is actually quite good. The problem is I'm sitting here mentally eyeing, but I don't know what Glosson would be doing.
Probably the same.
Yeah.
Just so you know, in context, Ardwin will come to you later and tell you that he did this and apologize.
Oh, that's
Because the
fine.
problem with Detect Thoughts is that if you start to, if you're for more than a minute, they can tell that someone's using Detect Thoughts. But if I bounce it back and forth, because it specifically says in the spell sheet, if I can swap to a different creature, then it won't be detected. So therefore, if I bounce it back and forth, I can continuously read what's going on while she's talking with Sabrak.
Mm-hmm.
A door opens two ways.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll say that when you bounce to Glosson, his thoughts are a nervous checklist of all the weaponry and things that he knows we own.
Oh, Gloss is thinking it's going to turn into like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith scenario.
He's like, okay, quarterstaff in the bedroom. My spells. My spells. Dorman.
Okay.
Okay, so Ardwin probably has an idea of what's going on there, but is going to quickly bounce it back. I want to know what she's thinking the moment he says, "You're not you."
Okay, you get that, and you immediately think, don't panic. I got this. I can do this.
In other words, shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But I'm not going to say anything because I don't have enough evidence of who this is.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Sabrak continues. He says, you've made several dozen people concerned that you may not be making the best choices, and you've made at least a dozen people suspicious that you are not yourself. You may not be Vivian, but someone else making bad choices.
I'm gonna bounce it again.
That's fine. Unless you want to specifically tell me who you're reading or get that off of, we can just say you skimmed their thoughts and go back.
Yeah.
Everyone here sees Vivian from her posture almost like she just inhales, like, that stiffening of the shoulders at that. And I apologize for mic spikes and all this jazz, but you hear her as everyone in the room almost jumps for half a second, and she just barks out, "Sabrak Davian, I will not have you accuse me of espionage or treason in this company." Sabrak did not cringe or react. He simply says, "The signs make sense. So, if you are Vivian Amberbros, you need to fucking act like it."
Oh my lord.
Oh, okay then.
Oh
my
god, I want to know what the hell's going on right now.
Okay, you just need to let me know specifically when you want to read her thoughts, if you are still trying to probe.
There was 2 points where I wanted to probe. There was when he...
No, the ones we've already done is fine. I'm just saying, just interrupt me when you want it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just want to know, like, they're probably panicking internally right now with the, after yelling. And then, after the, you better act like it. I want to know what's going on there.
You get the surface thought. It's calm. It is calm. That says, "I'm going to put him in his place. I got this." Vivian responds very calmly, but you can tell either annoyed or at least very lightly angry. She says, "What do you want from me?" Sabrak says, "I want you to talk to me." Vivian says, "Business first, relationships last." You see Sabrak, his brow softened for a moment, almost like that is the last thing he wanted to hear. You see Vivian take a step forward, and you see Sabrak's hands hit the back of Dorman as Vivian plants a kiss on him.
I want that thought. I want the thought there.
Okay. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
That's fine.
You get the thought, if this won't work for now, he's going to owe me so much more later.
Okay, I'm gonna need brain bleach.
Oh. Alright then.
She breaks it. Sabrak is up against the door. He is obviously surprised. Vivian says, "I care for you deeply, but if you try to detain or impede me, I will not hesitate to relieve you from your position until this is over. Is that understood?" Through his shocked expression, he nods. Vivian reaches under his arm, unlocks Dorman, pulls the whole door aside, steps through and closes the door behind her. Sabrak shook.
I need to tell Sabrak what I heard.
Sabrak looks like he has just seen horror itself. This is not a face
I want to kind of reach out and see if I can comfort him in any way, and just breathe, that wasn't her. That was not her.
That's not Vivian. Vivian wouldn't kiss me. The real Vivian wears a contact poison lip gloss for emergencies, and I'm still fucking here.
I'm gonna straight up say it, and I'm gonna say that was not her. That
I know
was
it's not her. I don't know how to call it out without making a scene or getting us all fired or worse.
Well, she didn't detect the detect thoughts loophole. I say aloud.
That's true. No. Then it's somebody who's not versed in a lot of magic.
That's the thing. If it was Vivian, she would have caught me instantly.
No doubtably, he says.
But not only that, whoever that was had no idea what you were talking about. I was following their thoughts through that. They were winging it. If you manage...
I can tell! He viciously wipes his lips off with his sleeve.
Alright, I step in. I'm pissed. Alright, cut the crap. Just cut the crap. First and foremost, Vivian would not be into the PDA. That's a big red flag.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
Well, Vivian's already gone, isn't she?
Yeah, I apologize. She's already left.
Oh shit.
No, she walked out after the kiss. Telling Tavert she will demote him.
Shit.
Drop a statement, though.
I missed my cue.
Sorry.
Oh.
No, you guys did fine.
Powerful statement, though.
Sounds of disappointment.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna sit here curled up in my chair because I missed my damn cue.
No, it's okay.
Oh!
It's okay. You'll get other chances.
But that was good. I just had to think it. Damn it.
Sorry.
Pat.
It's okay. It will be good. Carry on, my wayward son.
Savik says we'll get this sorted out. We just need to have evidence first.
How do you suppose we collect that evidence, sir?
That's the problem.
How's she going to handle in a fight?
That depends on who we're fighting.
There may be an issue in there. If she couldn't detect what I was doing, they're definitely not well versed in magic, and for all we know, they're not very well versed in other things. It might have to be an ideal of pushing the limit until it's hit.
Well, he sighs. Give me time to think. We'll figure something out. For now, I suggest you guys get on your way to the Midnight Star. Because if you waylay that, that'll cause more suspicion. I've already prepped that. You guys can take your carriages out front. I'll unlock the gateway. You will fast travel over to Biama and take the carriages a couple of hours to the port. At this point, he just looks up, almost a little bit sad, and he kind of looks up at you guys as if to say, anything else?
Boston will step forward. Will you be alright here on your own?
I have Malloy. We have the others. We have new employees to teach. We'll be occupied.
I just realized he has Donegan.
Right, he has Donnie, he'll be fine. Nonetheless, he'll nod.
Donegan bursts through the door playing a sad lute music.
Wait, hold on.
No, sad
Hold on.
bagpipe.
Hold on. Stop. Say it again.
Donegan bursts through the doors playing sad bagpipe.
You can't see it, Cade, but he just pulled Donegan's token onto the screen.
Oh my god!
Just somebody was.
It's like, why am I looking at Freddie Mercury again?
I think that would actually happen.
So you guys are a little bit saddened that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. But Cyberek assures you the best he can that it'll sort itself out, or he'll sort it out one way or another. You guys head off individually and pack for at least a week of travel on a boat that you have custom commissioned.
Whee!
Awesome.
You file your way down, load up the carriages, everyone loads up. All the employees, we actually have to take a couple more carriages. Cyberek unlocks the gate, as he puts it, where he literally uses his black key and unlocks the gate to the courtyard, in which it turns into a portal, much like Dorman, cleared for the whole carriages to fit through. Meanwhile, the camera pans out. Pans away from you guys. Out of Steelwall. The area, and focuses in on
I already don't like this guy.
into the kingdom of Aegon, through the and winds down.
Hello? Discord?
Dungeon.
Oh boy.
We zoom in on a singular cell. There's a woman sitting on a bench who looks exactly like the captive that was taken after the assault on the wedding. Brooks, Isaiah's lackey. She gets up from her bench. She walks over to her cell door, sticks her hands through the bar, wiggles a small piece of metal in the lock several times before it snaps. Damn it, she curses as she tosses what's left of it out in the hallway. And she sits back down. She sighs. From the shadows, a figure emerges. After I can't send it to the map. There we go. An elven figure that is recognizable as Tandemilvros Uridar, the Adventurer Guild manager for the Biama branch that has gone missing. He walks in front of the doorway of the gate itself. Brooks, he says. Brooks looks up. A quick recollection and a shocked expression. Tandem? What's going on? The elven man snaps his neck sideways. His eyes roll back to reveal darkness. Brooks's look goes cold. Isaias. The elven figure responds. Hello, sister. What do you want? I want to see you at your most humble. You're lucky she caught me distracted. I'll be happy to inform you that Brooks is doing a fine job. She's an incompetent underling, but she makes for a great plant, and so far, a decent actor. You're going to slip up, you know. You can't keep me hidden down here from everyone forever. True, but I do have plenty of time. With Egen pleasantly busy with the talk of some sort of dream demon, I can wriggle my fingers anywhere I want, undetected. What have you done to Tandem? Brooke says as she's up at the bars, trying to be intimidating. I will do you the favor of letting you know that I have relieved the Biama branch of 41 precious and loved employees. What have you done? The figure does not respond. Isaias, what have you done? Well, I haven't done anything. But you, or should I say, Vivian Amberbros is making changes. He turns and disappears into the shadows. Guards! Brooks runs up to this jail cell and starts shaking the bars as aggressively as she can. Guards! Guards! Her voice echoes into emptiness. Guards, get me that bitch! Get me Amberbros! Get her here! Her voice echoes to no response. The camera fades. Back to you guys.
How dare...
Shame.
You mother!
Casually.
Wow, wow.
Gotta admit, I actually saw that coming, believe it or not. I actually had a feeling, but at the same time, I did not see Isaiah coming.
I did not see Isaiah's coming
didn't-
either.
No. Did not see Isaiah. That was kind of the shocker. That was the shocker.
That was different.
I'm proud and angry at the same time.
Frangry.
Thank you.
I'm talking to you later, mister. Got me 50 Shades of Shook.
I'm also very...
We'll talk about that later.
I'm very happy that you decided to incorporate Player's Revenge, too. That was clever.
Well, it makes sense now for the viewers.
Yeah.
Because, well, they're busy.
They-
Zabrak hasn't had a really chance to get to this prisoner. They're locked down. Walkus demanded entire lockdown.
Which means we can't resolve this until I get my button gear and resolve your dream problem.
Possibly so.
Ooh, pressure's on.
Or at least without doing something drastic. Let's say it like that.
Eh.
So, you guys pack up and have a lovely day trip. You fast travel to Biama. As you pass through the portal, you come out in a similar courtyard in front of a large citadel-esque structure in the the town of Biama, close to a portside town off to the east. You are met at the front gate by a figure who addresses himself as the secretary of the Biama branch. He is happy to see Sabrak and quickly exchanges words as Sabrak addresses you guys to continue the way. You can overhear that the secretary is very concerned for the missing branch. Sabrak says he doesn't have any further information, but they are doing what they can. They convey to you guys that the port is just about an hour or so just north to the water proper. And from here, you guys will travel to the port, meet up for the Midnight Star, sail to the far north of the ice until you find, presumably, Pharrell the demon that has been banished to the icy north. Questions, comments, concerns?
Lots of concerns. A mile-long list of concerns.
Why? You can't metagame.
I know.
So, a day trip begins as you guys are heading to the north. You can see the ocean in the distance, and the port as well. Travel, travel, talk, talk, as you please.
We're just in the carriages moving on now.
Correct. You can almost see the ship from your position. It'll take about an hour just to get there.
As per usual, Ardwin's going to be on horseback and heading along, and I'm assuming during this trip is when everybody fills him in on what happened at the Aurora Jubilee.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good way. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anything you guys would strictly like to talk about on the ride before we hit the next event?
Not particularly. I'm still processing everything.
Yeah, I think a lot of it you're still processing stuff and.
Don't worry, we'll play or talk that afterwards because you can't metagame.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've piled a little too much plot into too little time.
Well, you don't need to process it right now. It's okay.
By the way to start off a voyage.
Mm-hmm. Well, Glosson, please roll me a perception roll with advantage.
I'm only doing this to prolong the game. I'm not interacting because I forgive you yet.
Well, damn.
Okay then.
Oh, that's not... Okay, that's a bad roll. Hold on, wait.
Advantage, 2 rolls, best out of 2.
By the way, guys, I'm just a little salty. I still love him, I'm just salty.
Oh, that's expected.
I just realized, when a D&D couple move in together, is it the DM or the player that more frequently ends up sleeping on the couch?
Yes.
That is an interesting concept, but she's a DM too, and I am a player.
They have to roll for initiative.
Clever.
I love you guys, Jesus Christ.
I can't be mad. That was good.
That was
With a plus-
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Indeed. With a +5 to my perception, that ends up being a 9.
Oh, that's funny. You only needed 5.
Oh, glory.
Glosson, you are on the way. I presume everyone has their pets with them, unless they want to leave them at home.
Or Paul's coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got Russell, of course.
Glosson,
Honestly,
you nearly break... Go ahead.
we're heading somewhere cold, and amphibians don't necessarily do well in the cold. I'm going to leave Godicia here because of her safety.
That's fine. Glosson, you nearly break the shutter off of the window as you hear a hurdy-gurdy in the distance.
What, you think this is gonna make me feel better?
No, I'm just saying this was planned, and you're the first one to hear it because you're familiar.
I know, you told me, maybe, that this is gonna happen.
Well, everyone knows you're going to meet them again.
Oh my god, is this what I think it is?
Sure enough,
Sound.
you guys can look over to your right-hand side, and in the not-so-far distance, I have to have it keep it close because of the map. What you see in a little bit larger rowboat,
Oh my god, did they advance?
full of kobolds, a minotaur playing a hurdy-gurdy,
Oh no,
and
I
they're
see
dragging
that.
something this time.
I see those.
Oh boy.
Hang on, there's the Minotaur, the kobolds, and what?
The rowboat has a cannon. They're building on the back of it with planks of wood. It has some sort of mast, and they're dragging what looks like a gigantic cage with a couple of corpses in it behind them.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Have at it, guys.
Ardwin, does Ardwin see it yet?
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's off to your right-hand side.
You can't not
Okay,
see
good, because Ardwin's immediately going to ride over to the carriage with Glosson in it, point into the back of it at Glosson, and just yell a very stern no.
Glosson, mischievous look on his face. What do you mean, no?
Glosson, no.
Sticks his head out the window. Ahoy, lads!
Oh god.
The music stops, and three of the little kobolds' heads immediately turn in your direction. The other one turns the opposite way. Excited, gibber-jabbering kobold happy waves, like a boat full of toddlers.
Ardwin face palms.
Just question, that is a cannon on the back they're trying to mount? Besides
There's
the
a
ones
cannon
in the back?
gingerly resting in the rowboat, just on the rim.
Okay, but nothing that whatever's in the back of it, that's not another cannon, is it?
Now, you, from the map perspective, Sentinel, you are looking at a mast they have erected.
Okay. That was just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Just the way.
No, you cringe every stroke they make as they push this rowboat forward.
Yeah, he's like gripping this. I'm not to like dig into it, just like that's not properly mounted.
Ardwin's gonna pull up and like place his horse directly between the rowboat and Stonewall to keep Stonewall from jumping out of the back. Meanwhile, Ardwin's gonna kind of look between Stonewall and Glosson and try and figure out who he's supposed to be actively keeping from jumping from the carriage.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in Ohio.
Do
Nice.
we,
What is your question?
do we recognize those corpses?
I don't know. Would you like to run me a perception check?
I do.
Oh yeah.
With a 16?
With the 16, you see a blue-shirted skeleton and a green-shirted skeleton that are sticking out of the cage that are being dragged behind them. They now see you, and they wave happily.
Oh my
One of them does.
Oh dear.
Does one of them have both arms? Do they both have both arms?
They both have both arms. The green one looks more annoyed. The blue one looks happy.
Yay!
We wave back. I wave back.
It's slowly turning into a boat of friendship.
It is. It's a
The
friendship.
large minotaur. Yes. The minotaur will look over. Ahoy! How goes?
Well, and you?
Dirge will see Ardwin riding on the horse. Take a double take and realize I've seen you before. And Oh shit! The eyes go a little more softer. Ah, come back for more, eh? Couldn't resist.
The horse just snuffles and sticks its head up like it does not care. It has
Hey, not
nothing to do
again.
with
I
it.
like that.
Jeez.
Forget hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your horses, hide your cows.
Okay, would you guys like to do anything? They seem to be on a trajectory, possibly for the ocean, the same way you guys are going.
Glossen's gonna look very cheekily at Ardwin before opening the carriage door.
Ardwin's immediately going to spin the horse around and yell, no, no, no.
The boat, it is too shaky. I am falling overboard. Oh no! He jumps out of the carriage.
I want to roll to grab Glosson.
Yeah, can we roll to try to grab Glosson before this gets out of hand?
I will need everyone who wants to try to roll me a contest grapple against Glosson. Glosson, if you want to evade, you need a dexterity saving throw.
Enjoyed it.
Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Glosson, it's not looking good for you.
Yeah, no, it's not. I got a 10.
Oh no, 17?
19.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We both just kind of...
The veritable army grabs Glosson and hauls him back in the carriage.
Don't worry, we'll keep you safe from falling over.
So, Glosson does not touch ground, but they yank you back in before you can do so. But you look over to see all the kobolds are gripping onto the sides, looking like someone almost fell out of the boat.
Glosson will look at you guys, pouts. Y'all are no fun. He looks back at the kobolds. In the past, you brothers, I seem to have been saved. I have been saved by my colleagues. All is well.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. I have like a dialogue tree for dialogue. I have an action tree for certain people. Okay, Glosson, were you trying to evade their grip?
Trying. Failed.
Okay. Oh god. Okay, so immediately, before kobolds see this, they acknowledge you as you've acknowledged them. They quickly look betwixt each other like a bunch of pigeons. And Hay is the first one to shout out, "She's being held captured!" And three of them run around, grab a cannonball, and load this cannon.
Oh god!
No.
Oh, come on, here they go again.
Nope.
Two of them try to roll it into position. As they quickly light a fuse. And prepare to on.
Oh god, can I throw the stone?
No, wait. Ardwin's gonna pull up beside this cannon real fast and pulling on the horse's reins. The horse is gonna rear back and kick this so that it's not aimed at the carriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cannon.
That I have access to. Don't have access to dice. Someone's gonna have to roll that for me, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, who would be willing to do that?
Awkward.
Back to you.
Oh, okay.
Unless we all want to roll and you Cade the best one.
We could.
Use your
could.
virtual... Yeah, you
Because I ain't having no artillery pointed to the cart.
I grabbed a 14.
16.
Hey, nice.
And the horse gets a +3.
Okay, alrighty. So now is the moment of truth. Direction it faces.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Alrighty.
you know what kind of trouble
So-
you're putting Glosson in right now?
So
It
the
aims
good
at
news
Dirge.
is, it could have. So they light the cannon. The horse rears back, and the panic move manages to knock this cannon. Luckily, it's not in any sort of encasing, so it does move freely. You manage to kick this cannon. It spins half a clockwise around and faces just exactly north as this thing fires off. Cannonball goes sailing out of the distance. Hardman, you are not hurt, but you get showered with your horse with splintery bits as the cannon breaks through the side of the rowboat and embeds itself about 20.
Oh no! I just thought of something that could have happened.
Oh, a lot of things could have happened.
Yeah, I thought of something too that could have happened. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't good.
Not only is it like that, but the horse probably got spooked. So, DM Senpai, would you like to roll a d12 to determine where Ardwin got thrown?
Yeah, because
I
that would
got
happen.
2.
He got thrown into the boat.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Now they have a captive.
So the horse rears back, Arvin falls into the boat. Dirge is just watching at this point. He's happy to be here. Like, these guys are fun. The kobold seems spooked, like, where'd the cannon go? And they look around and realize what just happened. And then they're in the boat. Get him!
Oh, jeez. Oh no.
Ardwin's gonna need to get rescued.
Ardwin, you start getting lightly slapped.
No!
Oh, jeez. Alright. Is it safe to say one of us can disembark and try to,
Yeah,
end
the
this?
robot's not rowing anymore.
I was about to
Okay.
say, Glosson will turn to you guys and be like, "Oh, you gonna let me go now?"
Tully is gonna immediately leap out of the carriage and go after the horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stonewall was gonna, jump out the back of
Tully's
the...
gonna jump out and attend to the horse as Ardwin is getting slightly slapped. I'm just watching on like, this is great. Hear a voice come from the cage. Come on! Set him in the cage! Put him in timeout!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
4 kobolds attempt to try and lift you.
Oh.
Okay, now someone can step in as this is happening.
Ardwin's gonna point toward the carriage and go, this is why no! This is why Glosson no!
Someone's gonna be alright. Gotta end this. And just, hops down the ground and being like, right, we got somewhere to be, some things to do,
Oh, here we go. Stonewall and Glosson's gonna run past you. Oh, come on, Stonewall, lighten up. And he hops into the boat. Lads.
Don't you call
It's- you literally catch them. You catch them as they've just managed to hoist up Ardwin. And they just look over, drop his ass, and rush to you.
Oh. Ow. Ow.
You land in the rowboat. Plump.
I now have a bruised bottom.
My hands are
Dirge
tied.
is just watching. You can tell this is a gentleman who just is here for the music and the entertainment.
Oh
So
my
just saying,
god.
why? Why?
Listen.
So there's a lot of questions of why going through his mind at this point.
A bunch of
Why?
squabbling
Why this?
kobolds are jumping around you excitedly. You can't make sense of their language.
Oh man.
Question, is that barrel up for grabs?
The
That
cannon?
Yeah.
Well, the cannon is dug itself about a 20-foot trench. It could be unearthed, but yes, sir.
Okay, because Stone's obviously going to be like, Okay, I want to inspect this thing and possibly, if possible, drag it with us somehow. Tackle it to the base of the.
Yeah, you might need to winch it with the
something.
carriage.
Yeah, because no, it's only entrusting these people with a piece of artillery. No.
Stonewall, as you're inspecting the cannon and figuring out what you need to do, you can see the large cage they're towing behind the rowboat. One of the skeletons is half in the cage and is trying to claw in your direction, desperately trying to reach, maybe for you?
Okay, Stonewall goes about his business trying to unearth this cannon and possibly figure out a way how to hoist it under the, some part under the carriage. Because, he's interested in taking it with us.
Yeah, it's okay. You get Sieg and Argon to manually labor and help you.
Yeah, he would do that. Stonewall would immediately do that. Say, you too. I need a detail right now.
Yeah, they're instantly out and they're helping you.
Alright.
So it's a party.
Yeah. Always a.
We're not in initiative. Please tell me.
Glosson, after pronouncing lads and their excited squabbles, to say, "Thank you. You have helped my colleague," and he'll motion to Ardwin. "He is my sea mate," and then he kind of pauses. That didn't sound right.
You'll get a sensible "oh" from Dirge.
Bridger's nose not like that. Oh,
I say throw him overboard! You hear Craig shot from the back.
whose side are you on?
I just want a cannon!
Yeah, that no, Stonewall would turn and just look in a very angry, menacing manner, being like, no, very much no.
Sweet Tin Man, you're next! Craig, would you shut up?
Oh my god.
Sebastian is in the cage, just doing the extent of the pinching the brim of what would be a nose. Goes about this detail, having Sieg and Argon hoist this thing up and lashing it underneath the carriage somewhere. Oh yeah, you guys are able to salvage a cannon.
Oh yeah, no, we dig it. It's dug out.
Oh yeah,
it's dug out. And we're taking it with us. We're taking it with us.
That's glorious.
Meanwhile, by now, Tully would have gotten a control of the horse and would have brought it back over towards the boat so that Ardwin can get the heck out of there.
That's fine. That's fair.
So the horse comes over and Ardwin immediately is up, grabs the reins, hoists himself up on the back of the horse. He's very done. He's still got wood splinters in his hair. He's trying to comb that out. He just turns to Glosson and with a very fighting tone just says, "Get on the horse."
Oh.
Glosson's all smiles. You know, you like me, Ardwin, as a friend.
Even more glaring, get on the horse or you get left behind.
Not every day you see a horse with 2 rear ends.
He turns to the kobolds. Well, the dinghy? What's the little boat? The rescue boat? Help.
Robot?
Yeah, like what's the boat they use to
Yeah, dinghy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well,
A dinghy.
thank you. Well, lads, my
Facing
dinghy has
the-
arrived. I must retreat back to my to the safety of my ship. I must go.
They all smack their faces in different attempts at a salute. One of them has already grabbed an extra board they've apparently been stockpiling and is fixing the hole inside of the boat.
All right. Oh wait, can I cast mending on the hole in the ship?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Boston, as a last good measure, casts mending on the hole in the ship, or boat, or dinghy, or rowboat. Blah.
They all shout out in great joy as you do. Captain Who will very, very happily shout out, "We're almost at water!" and points over to the ocean you guys are right next to. "Our mission's almost complete!"
I bid you luck and farewell in that case, and he'll hop onto the back of the horse with Ardwin.
Ardwin is going to with a high. His arms are around you. Oh, you're escaping again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in the car, obviously,
So you guys
I'm like, all right.
load back up. Absolutely. And essentially just kind of start continuing on the way. You can see the beach and the dock start to approach in the distance. As you guys continue, Dirge happily waves, says he'll see you guys around. The kobolds get back to rowing, 2 on each oar, almost keeping pace with the carriage, going the same direction you guys are. Craig, you hear Craig wailing something about wanting a cannon. So, tell me how this plays out. You guys reach the docks. You see your glorious ship. Your commissioned it is unmistakable. The Midnight Star, nice blue and black ship, white trim. It's glorious. As you guys pull up on the carriage with the other employees and another carriage behind you, mind you. Everyone's here. You guys are unloading, and there is some portside dock and deck hands that start loading up the ship, and they start speaking with Stonewall and getting everything in order. So you're literally loading up the ship, getting ready to embark, and you guys can't help but notice this rowboat is rowing toward the beach and has just hit sand. I can't do this on the map, but I want you to help me with this. So it looks like they're just going to row until they hit the water.
Okay, let them.
Yeah, and so looking at the amount of stuff they put on the side of that, the vessel stone is going to be. I wonder how well it's going to float.
Still, you've got better things to do. You've got a ship to command. You're busy.
Yeah, like whatever. More like a glance, not more of a thought. It'd be whatever. And goes about issuing orders for getting things ready.
Well, outside of the fact, it is a rowboat of protection. I don't know if you remember. So it had kept them afloat for a long time whenever they were abandoned by someone.
To be honest, I'm surprised the cannon even blew a hole in it. Last time, remember, the horse,
Right.
and this horse just kicked the damn cannon.
Yeah, it's spun around because it wasn't mounted, but
Still, Elmer got a good kick on him.
yeah. Amazing that didn't hit the hole.
If you guys want to interrupt or do anything, let me know. So you guys are trying to get ready for this voyage, as you can't help but look over as the kobolds are excitedly shouting, "Stroke! Stroke!" as they start rowing this boat into the soft sand, and it's getting to the water. Dirge is just happily, Dirge is happily holding on to the mast, and kind of, you see Dirge start looking around, almost getting a little worried, as if to say, we actually made it. I don't know what's going to happen now.
Honey plants far ahead.
You can see Craig trying his damnedest to hold on to... Sorry, Sebastian trying his damnedest to hold on to Craig, who's trying to escape the gates. No! Not the water! I'm sick of the water! I'm gonna drown! Sebastian's like, you don't have lungs!
Oh.
Glory.
The rowboat continues. It hits the water. There's this. Starting to get up on the back. Up to their. Thank you. Next time, and it, even Dirge looks on like, I don't. The rowboat is bailed, and it floats. And then they notice Dirge is out of the rowboat. And they scramble over and try to grab him.
Oh my god.
There's a moment, Dirge looks up to you guys up on the docks and looks back down like, I made a horrible choice.
Is it safe to assume Snarl sees some of this? Is he on the Midnight Star going about?
I'm sure you do not care about these guys.
Yeah, it just is. It's like more like hearing all this shouting and he's issuing orders. It's like, not now. No, not now.
Yeah, no.
If anything,
I
Glosson
wanna
stick his
know.
head over the side and just kind of scream at Dirge, good luck.
He kind of looks at everybody with this moment of sorrow, like I've made a great mistake, as they manage to get their hands on him and haul him in the boat. They quickly get back to the oars and continue to row. The boat starts floating through the shallows in the port. The poor cage starts sinking into the water. No! Not the water! Those skeletons just sink into the water. The cage does not float.
Oh no, not again.
Wait. Won't that cage drag him down to the lock essentially as an anchor?
Yes, it is, and that's what it's done. Or a weight. Let's say it's a weight, not strictly an anchor. Maybe an anchor.
Yeah, a weight.
Here.
Yeah, some sort of like weighted to make it hard to get out of to make it actually really slow going out of a shallow port, depending on the depth.
They get
of
about 10 feet out in the shallows. The kobolds look around. No leaks! We're golden! And they all shout out exuberantly. They're just... he just face palms. The proudest and happiest kobolds running around like idiots. You think they might be able to join you on your journey.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
Oh, jeez, oh boy.
Yes!
And next time, we're gonna start the voyage.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
As a last thing, Glosson didn't get to say it when Ardwin hoisted him up, but Glosson will look at Ardwin, give a cheeky smile. You could never get rid of me.
And all this time, the Gilligan's Island theme was playing in the background.
Tough one.
I was gonna say, go up here and play down from this if it's on the shadows, and if he's on the Midnight Star looking at some of this, he'd probably just say, well, this is one hell of a start to a voyage.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's my game for today. Thank you for joining me.
Oh,
So happy I was technically able to make it.
yeah.
Technically,
I am
yes.
too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right.
All right, Mr. Streamer, you can sign us off.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this, and I hope you all are having a great day. We were blessed to have Lady Coco, the General, our wonderful host, Artificial Imagination, and special guest, Cade Katsuragi.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time we'll actually set out to sea. Until then, this has been D-Rez from Renegade Studios, wishing you all a wonderful day.